Okay, so this is the UV5R factory as it comes from the factory. So what we're going to do is kind of look at, again, this is for the United States, how to take this and program it for license-free operation. We've got a couple different, well, two different sets of frequencies to work with here. We've got UHF, which is the FRS service or family radio service. So we're going to kind of go over how to program these and how to turn that off. So you'll notice that the radio kind of factory defaults to channel 0 and channel 127. And it has the Chinese voice. So in order to, we're going to go through the menu. So follow along. Press the menu button. And we're going to go through each setting. So the squelch, set that to 1. So when you're in the menu, press menu. And you use the up-down buttons, up-down arrow buttons to select the menu setting that you want to change. And then you press menu again to change the menu setting. Squelch you should probably set to 1 or 2. Step, change that to 12.5. TXP is transmit power. Alright, and then you want to see that says wide narrow. You want to change this to narrow. This is dual watch. I'm going to turn that off for now. Beep. You can leave that on or you can turn it off. Now you notice that that's timeout timer. I'll talk about that in a minute. This is the squelch. Alright, hold on a second. So I'm gonna, this is the voice prompt. So you can do it in English if you really want it. Chinese, I just turn it off. You want to go ahead and go all the way to, if you want to change the background LED colors. So this is standby backlight LED. That's receive backlight LED. Some people like to have it in purple when it's in receive mode, when it's received something. And then I like to have it orange or red when you're transmitting. This is a squelch tail elimination. I like to turn that off. And then this is also a squelch tail elimination. You want to set that to off. And please turn this off. That's the Roger beep. And then we'll go back to squelch. Okay, so now we're going to go to VFO mode, which is direct frequency entry mode. And I want to make sure that this is set to narrow. Narrow. And so you'll know you're in narrow mode by that N up there. And this is your A-B side switch, so I'm just gonna go. All right. So now, to enter a frequency directly, it's literally go to VFO and then 462, let's just say we want to use channel 56625. So you can do 46266.2, and that little 5 down there, that's where you want to be. Another setting here is the transmit power setting. That's TXP. Some of these radios will have 3 settings. Some of them will have just high and low. Doesn't really matter. I mean, that's for something to later date. But anyway, now what we're going to do is, this is just for demonstration. So say that you want to program in a set of frequencies that for a group of radios. So you want to have all the radios talk to each other with tone squelch or selective calling on, so you're not constantly hearing other users on the frequency. In order to do that, you are going to want to set up tone squelch, CTCSS or PL. or DCS, and you are going to want to avoid using the default tones. So the out-of-the-box tone, tones, there are a bunch of them, but 67.0, especially on channel 1, is pretty common, so don't use 67.0. Anyway, to set the tone, you do menu. You want menu item number 11 and menu item number 13. This is your received squelch tone, and this is your transmit. So if I set this to, say, 100, and you can scroll through all the different tones by using the up arrows here. Oh, there's somebody on there. Okay, hold on a second. So see how the CTCSS icon showing up there in receive mode? Now there's no tone set for transmit, so when I transmit, it disappears. All right, so now it's set to transmit 100 hertz and receive. You can set this up so they transmit and receive different tones. You can even set it up so it's transmitting a DCS code and receiving a CTCSS. See? DCS, CTCSS. That's only really useful if you've got two radios that you want to talk to each other. So, whoops, let me go to step, and we'll go to 12.5. Right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just doing a demo. To save this in the memory channels, you want to go through the menu to menu setting. Memory channel, menu setting 27. So again, you're going to menu, and then you press menu again, and then use the up arrow button to decide which channel you want to program it in. If it says CH dash, that means there's already something there. So I'm going to go to 001, I press menu again to save the channel, and then exit. So if I go to memory, there it is, 1. So now I can go to menu setting number 28, which is delete. So I'm going to delete 000 and 127. So in order to do that, you press menu, go to setting 28, which is DEL-CH, delete channel. Press menu to navigate to the channel you want to delete. Press menu again, and now that channel's clear. So if I want to go ahead and delete channel 127 as well, done. So now it just has one channel in the memory. So if I go to memory mode, trying to scroll through the channels, it's not going to let me because there's only one channel in memory. So, all right, so I've programmed that as channel 1. So we're going to go ahead and do channel 2. And again, if you're programming radios to, for your own, use, you can basically program these in any order you want to. So for channel 2, I'm going to use actually frequency 13, which is 4676875. And I'm going to change my CTCSS tone to something different. And again, you want to make sure that these are the same, so R and T. So what I'm going to do here, again, this is just for the demo. Probably going to want to write down which tone you're using for each frequency. And then so this is going to be okay, now you've got two channels in there. Now, if I was going to leave the tone squelch settings the same for all the channels, then I wouldn't have to do all these steps. So let's say that we're going to keep using 225.7. So I want to go ahead and use, this frequency for channel 3, 462. So then you would just do this. You would just, again, you're in memory VFO mode, punch in the frequency 462. Oops. Channel 3, boom. All right, so let's say we want to leave it there, real simple. So now we can go to display mode, MDF, and change it to channel for A and B. And then when I go to memory mode, now it's just going to show me a channel on the display. This feature is kind of nice because you can then do this. You can go back to TDR, which lets you do a dual watch. So it's actually monitoring what you have programmed in as channel 1 and programmed in as channel 2. And now again, because I have these programmed with these CT-CSS tones, it is not going to hear anything on those frequencies. It's not going to open up the receive on those frequencies unless it has the correct tone squelch. So you can do this with, you've got 22 frequencies to work with here. And you could do that with all 22. You could do it with just the 462 frequencies, which have a higher power output limit. The other thing to bear in mind is where is it? Setting 5, wide and narrow. Set it to narrow. You can set it to wide if you're using one of these 8 frequencies here, but these ones, the ones that end in 2.5 and 7.5, need to be set to narrow. And that's how you do that. That's the quick and dirty version. I'm going to put some more videos in a little bit here with some additional information, but yeah, so these are pretty straightforward to use. You do not need the software. Don't let anybody tell you that you do. It just takes a little bit of practice to program, and these things are so cheap. I shouldn't say cheap, they're so inexpensive. They are effective, and yeah, there you have it. So, more videos to come. Thank you for watching.